readers, my name is Carrie, and this is Spines and Spoilers. This is another reading vlog to try and track my progress in an attempt to complete my TBR for all of 2021 that I posted in January. This is my baby. Her name is Ezra. As you can see, she is an infant. So to kind of go over where I'm at right now, I'll go over the books that I have read so far. Hi, Ezra. So the books that I have read so far from my list are Concrete Rose, Sadie, The Diviners, which I technically DNF'd, but I'm counting it, Daisy Jones and the Six, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, which is one of the ones I just finished, as well as Concrete Rose, actually. The House of the Cerulean Sea, which also got DNF'd for a reason that I will go into later, but let's just say that it is problematic. Otherwise, it's The Hollow Places, by T. Kingfisher, Know My Name by Chanel Miller, The Ballad of Songs and Snakes by Suzanne Collins, Air of Fire by Sarah J. Maas, We Sold Our Souls by Grady Hendrix, Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, and Clap When You Land, I believe that one is by Elizabeth Acevedo. So, I don't actually have that many left, which is a really good feeling. I say that, but I don't have that many left in comparison to the 21 I had before. I still have like 9 left. So less than half, and that's something. The books that I have remaining are The Girl Who Takes an Eye for an Eye, The Conference of Birds, City of Glass, The Starless Sea, To Sleep in a Sea of Stars, Pumpkin, The Plucker, Lore, and Sawkill Girls. Now, most of these I haven't read yet because I don't have a copy of them. Of these, though, I have a physical copy of The Girl Who Takes an Eye for an Eye. I have a ebook copy of The Conference of Birds, and I have an audiobook copy of City of Glass, Starless Sea, and To Sleep in a Sea of Stars. So I need to somehow get my hands on a copy of Pumpkin, The Plucker, Lore, and Sawkill Girls. So hopefully I can make that happen. Either way, I'm honestly pretty pleased with the progress I've been able to make. I didn't expect to have read this many of the books by this point. It is December 8th. Also, referring to my Goodreads goal, I only have 5 books that I need to read for the rest of the year to meet my Goodreads goal. So I basically have my personal goal of finishing all of the books on my TBR and my Goodreads goal, and they sort of correspond. A couple of other books that I've finished lately are Little Women, which is Little Women, you know what Little Women is, by Louis May Alcott, and Remarkably Bright Creatures, which is an ARC, and I can't wait for this one to be on shelves and for people to actually be able to get their hands on it. I loved it so much. It was so good. I particularly enjoyed the chapters that focused on the octopus and depicted things from his point of view. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I read that I'm forgetting, but I don't think so. Sorry, I am exhausted right now. I had a job yesterday teaching art to middle schoolers. I had to teach 7th and 6th grade in particular, and I was expecting 6th grade to be a breeze and 7th graders to have the issue. It was the opposite. The 7th graders weren't a breeze, but they were fine. Like, I didn't really have many issues with them. They listened for the most part. And the 6th grade came along and were like, hold my beer. The first 6th grade class was pretty bad. Like, I had to call the office on them, and it was relatively contained chaos. And then the second 6th grade class came along, and they were like, bet. So there was fighting. 2 kids had to go to the nurse. Nobody would sit in their seats. Everyone was screaming. I was having to raise my voice like every 2 minutes or so. I had to send like 2 kids to the office, I think. One kid just like removed himself. He was like, look, I know that I cannot handle myself in this environment. I need to go to another class, so thank you. And the good kids were sitting there, like, just trying to get their work done, just trying as hard as they can, and I'm trying to give them the attention that they need, because they're actually freaking listening and following directions, and some of them need help, and they're pitiful, and a couple of them, I was like, is it always this bad? And they're like, yeah, it's this bad every day. Don't worry about it. It's not just you. They're so bad every day. And it's a shame because there were aspects of it that I really enjoyed, honestly. Then the rest of the day killed me. Like, my body is so achy and sore, I'm barely able to walk. And also, I am emotionally and mentally exhausted, but I have to go do homework. This is only slightly a form of procrastination because I don't want to do my homework. But yeah, I have to do my homework, and then I'm probably going to meet up with my girlfriend tonight and have a mini date if I am able to move. But yeah, I'm going to go start my homework and hope that I can get it done today, but we'll see. Probably not. Good morning. It is December 9th, and I am basically devoting today to a math test. I want to get it done as quickly as possible, but I know I need to do like all the review first, like continue the review. I genuinely hate math, and this is my worst class right now. And I have this, and then I think like 3 days from now, the final is due, so I don't know what the fuck they're doing there. But I'm so stressed. But yeah, hopefully I can get that done early enough that I can actually do some reading today. I started The Starless Sea yesterday, and it's pretty good so far. I think I'm only a couple of chapters in, but yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. But hopefully I'll actually have some time to read today. I'm not doing it this morning because I don't want to get wrapped up in it, and then just not doing the things that I need to do. So wish me luck. It is 12:23. I've finished the first segment of my studying, basically, that I need to do. I'm going back through each segment of the chapter and doing a bit of a review. I finished the first segment. I had actually started it last night, so it's not as impressive as it sounds. But yeah, I'm going to try to speed through the rest of them and have it done by tonight. It's due by midnight. So I've got less than 12 hours left. And believe it or not, that makes me anxious. I know for anyone else, this would probably be easy, but for me, this makes me very anxious. So yay. So put some pork chops in the slow cooker. So I'm going to attempt making barbecue pork chops again. The last time I cooked them too long and they didn't burn, but they were kind of leathery, so I'm gonna try and do better this time. I have to say that this review is definitely helping because I'm feeling a little bit more confident. Like, it's kind of letting me know that I know more than I think I do, and I'm just kind of psyching myself out. I need y'all to see some of the shit they are having me learn. Like, look at this goddamn bullshit that I will never have to use in my entire fucking life. My brain hurts so bad. I hate math more than most things in life. I wish it did not exist. Like, I'm honestly okay with, like, the basic algebra stuff. I'm okay with that. But then you just get into so much shit where it's like, it claims that it is teaching us stuff that we are going to use in our daily life. In what situation am I going to use some of these equations? It makes no sense. I'm not going to need them. Like, I can understand some of this, and it still makes my brain fucking hurt, but I'll deal with it. But what pisses me off is when they throw shit in there that I'm never gonna use. Like, never. It's never gonna come up. It wouldn't matter if I was an engineer, it wouldn't come up. And then, and they still claim, it's like, oh, this is for your own good, basically. This is for the future. It's like, what future? I do not want to become a math savant or anything like that. I just want to know basic fucking information. That's all I wanted to know. And if I knew it was going to be this fucking bad, I literally would have just taken pre-cal. And yes, I know that pre-cal is really difficult, but you know what it is? It's consistent. you're not bouncing all over the place between topics one after the other. You're at least building on one topic instead of just doing 10 million different topics that one person is supposed to somehow retain. And I'm sorry for ranting. I just hate math, and that's gonna be like my whole day, and honestly probably my whole week. And I'm already exhausted. But right now I'm taking a break because my head hurts, and I'm getting some lunch, checking on dinner. Okay, so I just like turned everything over and all that and like added some more sauce. I think it's gonna be pretty good. We're gonna have to see. Ezra is here to help me study. Good morning. It is December 10th. I did not have a very good night. As much as I prepared for that test, I bombed it. Absolutely bombed it. So my mood is a little bit dampened today. I did at least finish filming the video that I needed for my English final, but now it's just a matter of editing it and adding in the PowerPoint that goes along with it. So for once, I'm going to be editing all day, but it is not going to be for booktube. Hopefully I'll finish in time that I can actually get some editing done for booktube. Because I filmed like 5 videos the other day. I was on the ball. I was on fire. But I haven't edited any of them at all. And as for the ones that I've set up to automatically release, there's one left. So I need to get on that. I finished editing it. I'm waiting for it to download basically, and then I'm going to upload it to my class, submit it, and after that, I guess I might work on some homework. We'll have to see. Either way, I'll probably have an audiobook playing in the background. I'll be honest, with the, I don't know, like the last couple of days being what they are, I haven't really been feeling up to reading, but I will give it another try. Ezra. She is my pillow lady. So annoying. You are a ridiculous cat. And like, why are you back? I'll put up some new lights. So I've been putting off hanging up my clean laundry for a while. You see all of the hangers on the bed. So yeah, I'm going to try and get some productive things done today. Including like tidying up. I noticed that I was kind of becoming hesitant to even invite people over, and that's not a good sign. So yeah, I'm gonna try and get as much done today as I can. Okay, so I am basically done, I think. And then, I don't know if you can tell the color trend, but I've got so many greens and like reds and purples. I want more plaid. And then that's my husband's side, which I won't dwell on. I also found this heavy book bag, and I don't remember what's in it, so I'm going to go through it right quick. So right off the top of the bat, it looks like notebooks and stuff, maybe? So I'm going to go through it. What is this guy? Oh, it's a sketchbook! I don't think it actually has much of anything in it. I do most of my sketching on the computer. What are you? I don't know if I'll even show that part on camera because I don't want to get robbed. I think I know what this is. Yeah, I got 2 of these last year, and it makes me really happy. I had it on my wish list, and I guess 2 different people saw it, and were like, this is the cheapest thing on there, so let's just go ahead and get her these. I don't think I've drawn or, like, colored anything in these yet. Nope. Gotta get on that. And I have like my whole colored pencil collection in here too, I believe. Apparently there are more notebooks at the bottom. Okay, let's see if there's actually anything in these. Nothing on that side. Let's see if there's anything. Oh, okay, so we see. Whew. Okay, one thing I don't know who the hell Nicole is Also, I guess I had big plans for 2021. I'm betting that a couple of these are just blank, because I completely forgot that I had this one. And it's so freaking cute. Yeah, I just forgot that I had that. Look at little hedgehogs. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. So I had to leave one of the last places that I lived in the middle of the night. So some things just got shoved into random bags, and I'm still kind of having to discover, like, what's where and all that. This is just a planner. I don't think I have much of anything in it, of course. It's birthdays. This one still has a pin on it and everything. I must have had plans there. I was planning on starting a knitting business. I tried. It just didn't take off. And that's just some bookmarks that I plan on using. This is a Hufflepuff journal that I got at some point. This is when I was, like, reviewing my psychology, I guess. It's got the most written in it than anything else. I was so optimistic. I numbered a lot of the pages. Look at me go. I just realized, I hope that there's nothing, like, potentially triggering in here, but we're gonna keep on looking. What are you? That is no excuse. Yes, I remember someone giving me that for Christmas, too. I think a lot of my Christmas stuff just got shoved in here. I think my boyfriend got me this. Oh my god. Some sturdy notebooks. Jesus, I could have used these this semester. Oh well. There's always next semester. I don't remember where I got this. Actually, I think I remember. So some shit went down. I'll go ahead and tell you that. But the place where I had to leave in the middle of the night, that belonged to their son, and he gave it to me as a gift, I think, if I remember correctly. It's really pretty though, and I definitely see why he thought of me. We'll have to see if I actually put this up. Oh, I see my old journal. I don't know if I dare look at that on camera. I don't think that's gonna happen. I see a book. Yes, I've been wondering where this went. I was so afraid that I had, like, donated or something. Sorry, cut myself off. But I was so afraid that I had donated or something. It even still has this. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Otherwise, there's an unused Sudoku book. It looks like, looks like a potential bullet journal thing with good intentions. Oh god. This is terrible. Christmas card that I'm not going to dwell on because I don't want anyone's addresses getting jacked, and an old phone that doesn't work anymore. I also found this stuff tucked into a pocket. This was from my girlfriend Heather. This I think is from my ex-boyfriend because it was Hufflepuff colors maybe. I collect playing cards, so I'll probably still keep those. I don't care. A random pen, and then a rock from a little girl who I used to know very well, and I don't talk to her parents anymore, and it makes me very sad. That actually was pretty different from what I expected. I didn't expect to find all that stuff. I'm going to try and find places for some of it. I already know that I'm going to have to put some of it back in the bag, though. So I just realized there were some things that I forgot to mention in this. One, my girlfriend and I went to see Encanto the other night, and it was so fucking good. It's so cute. The characters are great. The music is great. I just wanted more of it. I don't want them to do more to the extent where they're, like, going to ruin it by oversaturating it. But I might be interested in a sequel. I really enjoyed it. It was really good. Also, don't know how I forgot this one, but, Anne Rice died today at the age of 80. Which, for one, I mean, that's sad because she was a bit of a legend. Her books were very influential when it comes to vampire fiction. But, also, I made a video, recently that was, like, some books that I will never review or promote. And I kind of went off on Anne Rice a little bit. Just a little bit. I just finished editing it, and I might edit it some more, because I went off on her a lot, because, she sued some of her fans for writing fan fiction about her work, which is bullshit. I maintain that's bullshit. I don't care. But it seems in bad taste now to keep that in the video. Especially the part where I was saying, like, fuck her. So I'm either going to add a disclaimer or delete it completely, because I feel like an asshole right now, and I know that's gonna piss some people off too. Another thing I forgot to mention, apparently there are a lot of things, my husband rewatched the Twilight series last night. Nothing has really changed other than the fact that Charlie is kind of attractive now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm 31. And I think Jacob's more adorable this time around, like pinch cheeks adorable. Like, he's such a baby. Ezra's over here napping. I'm basically packing up so that I can go do some studying and homework. I haven't really been getting into the Starless Sea, so I was considering just grabbing like a physical book to read. Thinking probably this book that I got from my sister last Christmas, because it seems like it'd probably be a light, fun read. I got a little bit of studying done, but I actually forgot the textbooks that I needed to do my homework. So I am headed back home. I've been gone for like an hour and a half now. Waiting for my medications right now. I'm picking them up at the pharmacy. And there was a line. Good morning. It is December 13th, and I actually slept really well last night. I realized that a lot of this vlog so far has not entailed any books or reading. So I'm probably going to try and thin out some of the videos that I've been recording over the last few days, since none of them really include reading, and restart from here. I still have a lot of studying to do, so there will be like bits and pieces of updates. If nothing else, this will just become a short vlog, I guess. So I didn't think that I had physical copies of any of the books that I had left, but I forgot that I had one for The Girl Who Takes an Eye for an Eye. I actually forgot this was on my list at all somehow, even though I literally told myself that at the beginning of the video. That being said, I'm not really getting into the Starless Sea right now, which sucks. I can tell that I would like it if I gave it time, but right now my brain's just like, pirates, let's not. So I will come back to it, but for now, I'm just going to take a break. My audiobook instead is going to be To Sleep in a Sea of Stars, which is a similar title. That's by Christopher Paolini. It's a book that I've been wanting to read for ages as well, also by one of my favorite authors. I started the audiobook this morning when I woke up. And I'm enjoying it so far. I was very hesitant about starting it and reading it, because I was so worried that I wouldn't like it. But so far, I'm really liking it. I think it's pretty good. And I'm going to keep my physical copy, like, of The Girl Who Takes an Eye for an Eye with me where I go, so that I'll have the option of a physical book and an audiobook, and I can, jump between the two. I also need to focus a little bit on my arcs. I finished the book Remarkably Bright Creatures, but I haven't reviewed it yet. And I just did a whole ass video about how I've never read an arc and not reviewed it. So I should do that, especially since it's a 5-star book. I loved that book so much. So yeah, I should get on that and maybe start another arc book. The only one that I have, like, started reading in the books that I have is, written in a weird format, and that makes all the difference when you're reading on a phone, because it's teeny tiny text, so I have to like scroll in for each sentence and do this deedly bob and have to just like scroll along for all of it. And it's honestly like not even that interesting of a story, so I think that one's just gonna not end up being reviewed. We'll have to see. My plans for today are reading a little bit while I have some breakfast, because I just woke up and I haven't had anything to eat yet. I also actually started kind of writing a story last night of sorts, or at least like outlining a story about vampires, which is not something that I would generally write about. But my husband and I have been like rewatching the Twilight series because it's something that we like commenting on, and we both have a lot to say about the matter, especially since Anne Rice just died and she heavily influenced, you know, so many series, including Twilight. Well, afterwards, we got to talking about how that would be done today, and I just started spouting off ideas off the top of my head, because that's kind of how I process information, and he was like, these are actually really good ideas. You need to write these down. And then he like went back and forth with me, like detailing some of the details of the universe, and it goes back very far. It looks like it might be novellas. If this even ends up becoming a thing, I don't know, but I wanted to at least like physically get it down in writing so that my lack of memory doesn't end up being an issue. I doubt I'll even be able to remember half the stuff that we said last night. I'll probably have to get him to like relay a lot of it, because he actually has a memory. But yeah, that's exciting. I haven't had a consistent writing project in a while. I do have 2 things in the works otherwise. It is a poetry anthology, basically, and a horror anthology. I don't know if either of them are gonna go anywhere. I think I have 3 horror short stories, and I don't even know how many poems at this point. I could probably compile all of the poems that I have and actually go ahead with the process. Now that I think about it, I have a lot of freaking poems. Especially since the plan is to draw from the ones that I started writing when I was like 18. So yeah, I guess I have writing news for once. That never happens. Who is she? Otherwise, I really need to focus on studying for my final exam for math. I did some review yesterday, and I was happy with how much I seem to have retained, but at the same time, I would not be able to do anything without my notes right now, and I don't know if it's actually an open note test, so I need to get on it. That's going to be my main focus today, unfortunately, is studying, and tomorrow. And then the next day, the final is due. Thankfully, I have all of the other assignments for my other classes submitted, like the ones that I have right now. Like, I still have finals for both of my EDU classes, but my ACA classes is done. That's the college transfer class. And my English class is done. Like, I've done the finals for both of those classes, which is kind of a weight off my shoulders. Now, I don't know what the final is going to be for my EDU classes. They don't give us any information until literally when it's due, so that pisses me off a little bit. But right now, I'm just focusing on math, and then they'll probably post something within the next week about what their expectations are, basically. I appreciate this aesthetic and everything, but it's very difficult to read in this position. Oh yes, I am reading. I am such reading. So I ended up kind of feeling pretty crappy and ended up taking a nap. And I'm not saying that I was completely unproductive, like, regaining energy is productive, and I did edit a little bit of one of my videos when I woke up, but it was not spent on studying, so I'm gonna get on that now. Good morning. It is December 14th. It is the morning. And yesterday I got a lot done, and at the same time I got nothing done. So I got a lot done booktube wise. Like, there are 7 videos up now that are basically queued up waiting to post. Like, I have them not premiering, but a delayed post. I don't know what you would call that. Anyway, there's one that is set to be released today, which I believe is the first part of this, the first part of my blog, which is exciting. I really hope everyone actually likes this, but if not, oh well, I'm in it now. This is like part 4 at this point. So part of the reason that I got that out of the way is so that I won't have as much to distract me. Today and tomorrow I need to be focusing just on school, and that means that I am probably not going to be recording very much. I'll try to read like in between, like it's the morning, I'm still waking up, and I might read a little bit this morning, but otherwise I probably will not be doing much related to that. And on the 17th, I have a teaching job, so yeah, I'm gonna be pretty busy. I don't really have much going on the 16th, so maybe that'll be the day that I can really actually sit down and get some reading done. I'm being a child today and eating Fruity Pebbles for breakfast. So I was just reading some of The Girl Who Takes an Eye for an Eye while I ate breakfast, and one of the things I noticed is the 4th book, the one before this one, I don't have a physical copy of. I listened to the audiobook, and I think that maybe Lagerkrantz's writing is more different from Stieg Larsson's than I realized, and I'm not sure if I actually like it this time around. So, and I don't know, it's really bothering me. So for now, I'm just gonna put that one to the side. I'm gonna DNF it and maybe come back to it later. So I do want to listen to a book right now, but not really any of the ones that I have, partially because I'm about to be like taking notes and reviewing and stuff like that, and I want to actually be able to pay closer attention to it. This is just something I want playing in the background that I can kind of tune into. So I'm thinking probably a like short Christmas read. Like, I don't usually read Christmas books other than like the classics. There seem to be a lot of like cheesy Christmas books though, and I find myself more and more intrigued because a lot of them seem to be very silly and fun. So I'm going to pick one that's really short and just gonna play it. So I basically just chose one that was free on Audible and was like 2 hours long, and I started listening to it and realized that I had heard about this one. It's called The Christmas Pact, and I can't even remember who was talking about it. I think it was probably Haley in Bookland, because she puts out so much Christmas content. But yeah, I know about this one. It's like these two people basically have the same email, and they keep on getting their own stuff, and they have this like intense rivalry, and I think it's one of those situations where like they decide to be together. I don't know, like a fake love type thing. I don't actually know, but either way, I thought it was so funny that apparently I've already heard of this one. Like, of all the Christmas books that I could have downloaded, it's one that I've already heard of, and I didn't even realize it. I'm pretty sure that some of the things this guy's doing are considered harassment. Just saying. So apparently, both of the main characters are from upstate New York. I don't know if you guys remember me mentioning so, but I'm half and half. My mother is from North Carolina. My dad is from New York. Upstate New York, like half an hour from the main character. I'm getting deja vu, and it's so weird hearing people describe upstate New York, especially this area, because they were saying, the man who she is talking to is saying that 80 miles apart is basically neighbors, and that's freaking accurate because there's nothing out there! Like, I've never heard anyone put it into words, but that's absolutely true. This man went on the same flight as her deliberately. He didn't need to go on that flight, but he took the same flight as her, hoping that she'd change her mind about a proposition. What the hell's your problem, dude? Also, how much money do you have? This is harassment and stalking. I would call it stalking. Chill out. This is why I don't read romances very often, because so much of it is like, dude, no, this is not okay. Why? This is not romantic. This is creepy. This is a horror story. It switches perspective. I like it sometimes, but only if, I actually enjoy the different perspectives, and I don't want to know more about this Kennedy guy and how his mind works. This guy is obnoxious. I really don't like this guy. I'm really glad that this is a short book, because I really don't like this guy, and I don't want them to get involved. I want her to tell him to go away and for her to go home and to enjoy her Christmas with her family. I want her to realize that she has an inferiority complex, and for her to just get therapy and to do better with her life. I don't want her to get involved with this horn dog who is stalking and harassing her. She deserves better. I didn't expect this book to make me feel things. Apparently, her high school boyfriend, died. And they were together for years. He was gonna propose. And I've kind of had some version of that happen to me twice. So, that struck a nerve. Well, that was actually cute as shit. I cried twice, but it's not hard to make me cry. It's what you would expect from a, Christmas book, but it also had, I don't know, it had some gems interspersed there. It's not like the next book of the year, but it was really cute. That was the Christmas Pact. I think I've got one more that was 2 hours long that I think I'll play while I am reviewing. The next one is Simon and the Christmas Spirit. From what I have seen of it, I'm just looking at the cover, I'm pretty sure it's gay erotica, circulating around Christmas, but I guess we'll see. I'm gonna play it. It's 2 hours. I'm temporarily pausing my work and the book to have some lunch. I don't know if I'm going to continue with this book, though. I really don't like the narrator. It's bothering me. Hi. I ended up just putting that other Christmas book down because I didn't like the narrator very much. I just got Pumpkin as an audiobook, though. I had an Audible credit, and that was the shortest book that I have left. So I figured I would go ahead and get that one out of the way so I could read at least one book on this vlog that was on my TBR list for the year. Please look at this cat. Hello, it is the morning of December 15th, and I just finished listening to the audiobook for Pumpkin. It was a really sweet, wholesome book. I really enjoyed watching Waylon's story unfold, and seeing him transform into this drag queen, basically. The only thing that I would say about it, though, is the fact that I believe that Julie Murphy is a straight cis white woman, writing about a gay character, a gay male character. So I see how that could be perceived as problematic. At that same time, though, we do not have enough, gay male authors who are writing these stories. We need more from that perspective. I can't think of many authors off the top of my head who are gay men writing for this demographic. I think there definitely need to be more so that we don't just have to rely on, you know, straight women writing gay male stories. That being said, I did really enjoy it, and I have a couple of friends that this reminded me of, and I feel like she got pretty close to a couple of their voices. I think one of the big plot points that this circulates around, though, is being, you know, plus size, being a large person. And I think that she did a great job with that. But you can tell that she probably has some personal experience in that arena. But I felt a lot of the things that she included in this book regarding plus-sized people and how we end up feeling a lot of the time, especially in high school when we are a bundle of nerves. That being said, I have 7 books left over from my 2021 TBR. I may or may not end up reading them before the end of the year. I don't think it's gonna happen though, because my brain's just, it's not in it at the moment for anything more dense than, you know, pumpkin. But I am going to stop this vlog here. I think this might be the last one that I do for this concept. It is halfway through December, I know, but I have finals and, you know, Christmas and stuff is coming up, and I acknowledge that I probably won't have time to record and post stuff in that time. First though, I'm going to go over the list of books that I actually completed for this vlog, and for my 2021 TBR. Of the books that were on my 2021 TBR, I have finished Pumpkin, Concrete Rose, Sadie, The Diviners-ish, that was a DNF, Daisy Jones and the Six, The Hollow Places, Know My Name, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, The House in the Cerulean Sea, which was also a DNF, which I am not coming back to at all, Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, Heir of Fire, We Sold Our Souls, Six of Crows, and Clap When You Land. I would do a whole list with authors and descriptions, but that would take forever, and I think we know that this vlog is going to be long enough. So dainty. The books that I have left over that I did not end up reading include The Conference of Birds, City of Glass, The Starless Sea, To Sleep in a Sea of Stars, The Plucker, Lore, and Sawkill Girls. 3 of those books I didn't end up reading because I didn't have a copy of them and I couldn't find one. Those are The Plucker, Lore, and Sawkill Girls. I also forgot to include The Girl Who Takes an Eye for an Eye. That one is another temporary DNF. I do plan on coming back to it, but right now my brain's just not able to get into it. And it's unfortunate because I've really been looking forward to that book. The writing is also a little different from what I remember, so I think that's something that I'm going to have to deal with in my own time and decide whether I actually want to read this book and if I'm actually enjoying it rather than having to basically rush through it for a vlog. I'll probably stick these on my TBR for 2022. The only ones that I probably won't include are City of Glass and maybe The Girl Who Takes an Eye for an Eye. I'll revisit the other ones though and see if I still want to keep them. I think I probably will. This is Future Carrie. Apparently I forgot to film an outro for this video, which I didn't know until I was almost done editing it. So thank you so much for watching this and following me through this whole like mini series that I had. I can't believe I didn't film an outro because I really appreciate the fact that, you know, you stuck with me and watched this whole mess of an idea. But I hope that you're all staying safe out there in all of this wintry weather. I know that some people have deeper snow than others. Some people have icy roadways. So please stay safe. And for everyone else, including you, remember to wear a mask. That is so important, especially with all of these like variants coming out. Anyway, stay safe, thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and share and subscribe, and most importantly, love yourself. Alright, bye.